Pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Lights. eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I were safe and sound. And we just slow down. For you and I were safe and We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I were safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just slow waste another day. I don't know to say. You say we need a change, and feel that you mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, it's not like we need them. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me 1,000,000 years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. Sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. Night for your love and keeps me high. Keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets.
Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love. It keeps me high, keeps me high. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space.
Welcome to Titan Esports Divinity League. I'm Ultravox and I'm here with Sater, and today we're bringing you Dorado Gaming versus Elysium Omen. Now, Sater, I know you're very excited to see some good old Dorado action.
Yeah, very, very excited. The biggest Dorado hater right here, ready to go. But this is one of the teams I've actually casted before, Elysium, and they're one of my favorite teams. One of my previous co-casters is alumni of the org. Also, Dilly is someone I've casted for maybe 3 years now. I've seen him play for 3 years. He used to play in a couple of other leagues, and he's probably my favorite Varus player of all time. And Guster Posey is just that guy. He's just him. So I'm very, very excited to see Elysium at least. But no bans coming through whatsoever.
Yeah, we have the icons glowing.
In the background, so they've done something.
Yeah.
I'm excited. No bans. What are the picks going to be?
This must be an ARAM match. We're loading in onto Howling Abyss in a second here. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I remember I also watched Elysium. I got to cast one of their matches. Got Posey very impressed by the jungling.
Smolder bands. I love that. I really like Smolder bands. But Senna, excited to see no Senna's in this one. But there it is. There's Varus. I love it. I told you. Billy Varus wins every time. I'm telling you now.
All right. Well, there it is. Yeah. Got the Varus. We got a Rumble as well. Very cool. Love seeing the Rumble. I want to say they played that mid last time, but of course can be flexed to multiple roles. Meanwhile, Dorado Gaming, they're going to pick up the Volley Bear. That's been newly buffed as well. I'm a big Volley Bear enjoyer. Love seeing the big bear run at you, stun you up, set up your teammates. Nice, fun, honest League of Legends gameplay.
Honest. Let's talk about this, okay? So the new tank Volley Bear just never stops healing, and it's absolutely broken. But it is very, very exciting to watch when they're just 1v3ing and their health bar goes like halfway, then straight back up. It's great. It's wonderful. It's really good League of Legends, but I'm kind of liking the look of kind of Misfortune, Karma, Volley Bear, just all-out team fighting in a way. I'm kind of liking that. But Leona and Rumble on the other side, so it's just going to be a scrap.
Yeah, both teams are gearing up towards this 5v5. Got some pick power on either side, of course. You got the speeding up the bear with the Karma. Double pick ultimates from Elysium. So I want to see what the top sides are going to be to round this out. Who's going to be playing strong side laners? And when you're playing two extreme powerful team fight compositions, right, sometimes it comes down to who's going to be winning that side lane there. So some mid lane bans come in from Dorado. Elysium round out with some top lane bans as well. They're going to get the R4 pick. Is it going to be this mid laner here, save the counter pick for top? I think that might be the best strat.
It usually is. Usually if I save for the top lane, if that Rumble is going to be Guster Posey's Rumble, I'm also very excited for that. For some reason, I remember something to do with these guys playing Rumble before. But really, it's going to be the Udyr, which is also flexible. So they're really thinking about drafts here. I'm really, really liking the style they're going for. I think that's solid to start with, and I feel like that's going to be Udyr top and Rumble jungle. For some reason, it's sticking in my brain. But what are they going to take into... Thresh is a champion I have not seen in competitive play in a very long time.
Yeah, this is a Leona counter pick though, so Jack Thon very confident on it, knows that they can flay Barolo straight out of the Zenith Blade whenever they try to go in. Brutal counter pick, if I might add, really difficult for Leona to play that lane. We have the blind Aatrox, so a classic top lane pick. Is anybody mechanically skilled enough to play the Fiora into it? No, instead it's going to be the I guess it could be Udyr top, could be Rumble top. Aurelion Sol's definitely going mid though, right?
Yeah, I don't think it could really go anywhere else. I don't think it'll do too well into the Aatrox. But I'm liking the scaling coming in. I'm liking the team fight from both sides. I just feel like Elysium with the Dragon has that little bit more scaling. Like the later that game goes, the stronger that Aurelion Sol is going to be. And there's always something about Divinity. You always need that backup right at the end of the game when it's a 40-minute game and no one can win. You just go, but I'm scaling. Like you want that Senna, you want that Nasus, Aurelion Sol, those infinite scaling champions, and Aurelion Sol is probably one of the best at the moment.
Yeah, I like to see it. I want to know how this one's going to play out, so let's go ahead and hop onto the Rift. Let's go get this game underway. Yeah, like you said, Aurelion Sol, great scaling. Really difficult to shut down early on as well, especially on this Karma mid. Sure, you're going to be able to poke him out. Sure, you're going to push him under turret, but you don't have any real kill threat. And if you're not generating some kind of larger lead than just CS in that mid lane, I think you're going to get turned around on. You need to use your priority you're generating as the Karma to move elsewhere on the map. Maybe help out top, help out bot, get these objectives snowballing. Something to help your team through the mid game where they should be the strongest.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the overall plan is as we push through this. I'm looking at this Misfortune, right, and I'm thinking it's not gonna, if it goes lethality, it's not gonna get through Leona fast enough. It's not gonna get through the Udyr fast enough. It has to get to that backline. But what if Aurelion Sol is just standing there menacingly? What do you do?
All right. Yeah, I don't know. What can you do? Gotta figure out some way to put the dragon down, right? But here we are on the Rift. Dorado Gaming on the blue side. Elysium Omen taking it up on the red. Gonna go ahead and get this one started. So, yeah, you were saying, Sater?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that there's just that Aurelion Sol diff that I'm just a little bit worried about. It's one of those little things. It's always one of those champions that can just take over games. And I think if Kobita gets enough time, it will just shut down the game in terms of tempo. And just that one ult, that ult that just spreads across pretty much the entire map and rips through everyone, especially when you have the Rylais, the Leandries. It's just too big. And Stubby getting a little bit aggressive there. You don't want to be face checking that early, but it is actually going to be the Rumble top and the Udyr jungle. I would have rather to have seen the Udyr in the jungle here.
Yeah, I think so. I think Udyr is just going to be they're going to be facilitating the lanes a lot better than Rumble. I think if you have Udyr top, then Rumble kind of struggles. You want that mid priority as well. I know Udyr can always just power farm, but Rumble's got to spike early, right? So I do like this. I agree with you. Standard 5-point fan on both sides. We have both junglers starting on top side as well, going to be pathing their way towards bot. I definitely agree with this. You have two very strong setup supports down there. I expect to see lots of early game action centered around this bot lane.
Yeah, that's keep our thinking caps on for as long as we can, because we can think about a lot of things, right? We can explain all the things we want, but it is Divinity, and I've seen some madness in this division before. I do tune in every now and then, try have a look at what's going on, but sometimes nothing makes sense and you just gotta roll with the punches. And right now, I'm gonna put my firm fate into Elysium, and that has nothing to do with my dislike of Dorado. But I just feel like the dragon is the difference, and Dilly's on Varus. I absolutely love seeing Dilly play this champion. I think if he was an LEC or LCS, he would be consistently banned off of this one. He's just that good on it, and I do believe in him. I'm not sure if he's going to go into a lethality route because he has the lethal tempo, but I've seen Dilly absolutely pop off on this before. I believe I actually casted him getting a pentakill on it.
Ooh, exciting. Very exciting. Yeah, well, right now he's getting forced off the wave at level 2. Misfortune going to be able to push just a little bit harder, so I think it's a great job from Elysium respecting the power of Dorado's bot lane. Going to be playing it safe. Kind of losing out on this push, but that is okay. Got plenty of time to collect those creeps and scale it out. I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be kind of a quiet early game as the junglers should be full clearing. Then we can see kind of what happens after that. Otherwise, got to look at the spot lane. They can cheat a recall. That's an option. They can go for some deep wards. Looks like that's what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, so cheater recall, set themselves up, all those good things. But right now, this top side, Aatrox shouldn't be getting the push here, right? It should be the Rumble getting a little bit of an advantage in the top side.
I think so, especially with Comet, but Stubby's just playing pretty far back, I guess. Doesn't want to contest the wave too hard. And now with the level differential, you can't really walk up at all, so just going to have to collect that wave on the turret. Even Aatrox here could get that cheater recall in, but instead going to just babysit these creeps, maybe try to harass Stubby, get a little bit more damage. Knows that they don't have to worry about the junglers because they're both path and bot. I think they have that read on Guster Posey as well. And Kobita going to take a little bit of damage in the mid lane. Junglers scuffling around the bot side. I think Scuttlecrab went over to Guster Posey. That's a hook into Barolo, though, and he's going to get flayed back as well. Stunned up by the bear, trying to crawl out, but he's too slow. First blood for the Misfortune. 2-5, 1-0 now. Stubby looking for the solo kill on the top side as well. Any more damage? Going to try to broil Gabriel Leo flashes forward, gets the missile to put him in the dirt, but he will fall as well. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Wow. Started exploding off the gates.
Yes, that's what we want to see though as casters. We don't want that quiet, just have to listen to me break down what they could possibly go for. No one wants to listen to me for that long, as Guster Posey does fall down to the extended fight. But look, it's fine, you're Udyr. Eventually you'll become so tanky that you'll just heal through all the damage by pressing W twice. Like, how amazing is that? But look, great work on the top side from Stubby to get that solo. It's another gank in the mid.
Flash forward onto Kobita, trying to attack him, but no real follow-up there. Just instead going to be pushing him out of lane. Already, just Cooper getting involved in multiple kills, setting up things for his teammates. I like the movement with the support. Now we can head on up, get some grubs going on for the top side. Guster Posey does not want to contest this. Instead, opts to handshake the dragon, brings the bot lane up there as well. It's going to be standard all around.
Yeah, it'd be nice and easy. I think if you had the level 6s on the mid and top, I think even contesting something like grubs with the 2 ults that you have available, you could definitely do some damage there. But with everything being so slow right now, it is best just step off, relax, take your time with things, as we're doing here, because this is my night off and I'm here watching this. And to be honest, I couldn't be happier, Vox. I did miss you this week.
Yeah, it's nice to be back. I know your original partner is a little bit lost, but hey, he might be lost here too, as he's gonna get dragged backwards. Just that immediate conversion after the grubs. They're gonna be looking top lane. They immediately put the kill in as well. 4-1 now for Dorado, and they've built themselves quite a lead here in this early game.
Yeah, this is something that Dorado do across kind of all of their teams, is that their early game is fairly solidified. They know how to move around the map and they know how to bully their lanes, and they kind of have always designed that philosophy around themselves to be able to play that way. It's their weakness, I think, at least when I do watch them, is their late game. Their late game has been historically one of their weaker areas. They kind of overplay in some cases, which especially in divisions like this, it can mean the end of your game if you just keep overplaying, keep forcing, keep pushing without fully understanding why you're doing so. So they have exceptional early games. I'm just hoping to see that Varus be the difference in the late game. And I believe we were watching a game last week, Ultra, where I said if you trust in the Varus in the late game, it might just win you the game, and it was game 3 and it did.
Oh yeah, I definitely remember that. I think that series we casted was one of the craziest and closest series we've ever casted, right? With all the turnarounds and reversals. That was sick. What teams was that? I'm trying to remember, but I don't know. Go tune into the Tuesday night one too, guys.
More of me, wonderful.
What has going on is great, honestly. So always exciting. But yeah, I don't know. You're totally right. They've got to manage to maintain this early game lead. They can't afford any big throws here. A little bit of damage in the mid lane. Just Cooper's coming back around. He's not quite level 6. He doesn't have the ultimate. This could just be the solo kill. Kobita forced to flash away. I like Efron just getting super aggressive there, putting all that karma power to good use. And yeah, one other thing I want to highlight too is the CS differential in the bot lane. Despite being 1v2 for quite a while, that early kill plus just some solid laning from 2-5 has put them so far ahead of Dilly's Varus here. Jackthon flanking backwards too. Seeing the blade is going to go wide. Is the hook going to land? Yeah, we have the bullet time available. Varus has some damage. Jackthon looking for this hook. Will go wide. No kill in the bot lane.
Yeah, it was. I think just a little bit more aggression on the flay and trying to get both of them in the one. Maybe just stepping a little bit further forward. But I'm liking what they're doing in the bot side. They're stopping Dilly from getting that farm. Dilly just wants to scale, get to that Bork and become a threat to that Aatrox and Volibear later on, while Aurelia and Sol buys space for them. So I really want to see them try and get some presence on that bot. Guster Posey needs to get around this map, but it looks like they're going for the AP Udyr build, which I'm not too fond of these days. I do just prefer tank Udyr at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, this could just be demonic in a full tank. Do you mean what first item do you have in mind?
I'll just get maybe an Iceborne Gauntlet, something along those lines. Just be the full tank CC. You're not getting me Udyr.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
like that.
definitely agree for this game because when you go demonic first, you have triple magic damage topside. It's really easy to play into. Merc Treads there on Gabriel going to be doing a ton to help them out versus any sort of topside engagement, right? Even versus Varus, because a pretty decent chunk of Varus's damage is going to be magic. And Gabriel, he's walking up and interrupting this recall, just slugging each other out up here. Grubs immediately started up as well, right on spawn by Dorado there, exactly where they need to be. That's going to be 6 grubs in the bank for them.
Yeah, the really, really good start. Once again, talking about this early game, the pre-15 from Dorado across all of their teams has always been very, very strong. And I do enjoy watching their early games. I just don't enjoy watching that name tag up in the top corner. But someone has to be a hater. You have to sometimes put your bias in. It makes it a little bit more fun, you know what I mean?
For sure, yeah, no. I totally agree. Whenever you have opinions, it gives people something to engage with, and then they can try to change your mind. They can say, "No, Dorado's the goats. Why are you hating on him?" Or
They are, though, because they keep winning. That's the thing that annoys me the most. That's like I'm hating the best team in the league.
Yeah. I totally agree. Somebody's got to keep them in check, right? Somebody's got to keep rooting for the underdogs. Not fun when somebody just wins over and over, right?
Yeah, TSM fans.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they win nothing now.
And then going 0-6 at Worlds, that's the true combo. But that feels like a lifetime ago, and it almost was. But Udyr heading to this top side. Guster Posey looking for this kill on the Gabriel, trying to help Stubby out here. On the bottom side, we have the gang coming in from Just Cooper, trying to take down Dilly. He's going to turn off that turret, slaps him one more time for 300 gold right there. Gabriel shut down by Guster Posey on the other side as well. It's a 1-for-1 on the opposite sides of the map, but Just Cooper being down here means that they get this Chemtech Dragon as well.
Yeah, they do, and also Sems has said in the chat, winners have the most haters. It's natural. I was hating before they started winning. On God. I'm the OG. No, I do really enjoy watching Dorado play. It's nice to not like a team. It's wonderful. But also, I'm a Manchester United fan, so I still watch Liverpool just to see if they lose. Things like this happen. What's that in NFL terms? Is that like hating the Patriots?
It probably is. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with soccer, but yeah, hating people who win all the time, probably the Patriots. I don't follow the NFL super closely either.
I make a football reference to an American and get something right. Is that mental now?
I think so. Whenever I think of winning in football, I think of either the Patriots or the Steelers. So,
what the hell's a Steeler?
The Pittsburgh Steelers. They're called the Steelers.
I don't know.
Pittsburgh makes steel.
I don't know. I'm way too European for this. I'm way too European. But let's break that back into this. Suppose he's in for one.
Yeah, Equalizer comes out as well. They're trying to burn down Gabriel Leo, but no, barely, just not enough. The Gamers are going to get knocked up. He can't walk forward. He gets taken down by the turret as well. It's a disaster for Elysium. Guster Posey not quite able to take down that kill. The Merc Treads putting in the work.
Does anyone else remember Game 1 of World's Finals? That looked a little bit the exact same as the Aatrox managed to pick that one up, and Stubby now in a much worse position. There comes the volley bear. 2 seconds on that tower. Will it be back up in time to him to get the return?
Oh, he's
1, 2. Nah.
Yeah, just barely missed it. But the counter dive is good. Dorado Gaming, they run the exact same play, only this time more than 100% more successful.
Yeah, we'll say nothing. We'll let them have their moment. But look, it's really, really good work. 7-2. They have all the growths. Well, here comes the reverse.
Yeah, I guess Suppose he's just getting straight back out there. They forced the flash out of Efron. They're going to stun him up with the Aurelion Soul ultimate, but that's a lot of shielding. Aurelion Soul, he doesn't have the space to breathe. Guster Posey almost goes down to the turret again. Can you imagine back to back? That would be crazy.
Yeah, if he had died at 2 towers in a row, there would have been a couple of SS pings on the map from myself. I would have got into this game and just started pinging that one. Look, but it's nice to see him trying to do something. That's the important thing for me, is trying to put yourself back on the map, regardless of how behind you are. You need someone on your team that's like, let's just get a flash, let's burn something, let's get some pressure, because there's nothing worse than just sitting back and trying to keep scaling, and you're just not going to get there because they're being the aggressive team. But that's what it is. Sometimes you just got to get killed.
Bullet time, though, tearing through Dilly and Guster Posey. 2-5 flashing forward. He claims a kill as well. Sure, they took down Jack Thom, but 2-5 could get another one back here. Kobita flies in, though, to save the day. Keep Elysium's team going. 2-5 shielded up. Going to be kiting this one around Kobita. Now the root is channeled on him. He cannot move. He will keep on breathing, though. 2-5, no mana left. Just going to be auto-attacking. A lot of damage from that Q will put Guster Posey down. Very nicely played from Efron Roman down to support his 80 carry. And again, the lead continues growing for Dorado Gaming.
Yeah, just picking up more and more every single time. And it's starting to get a little bit more worrying now. Kind of want to see them get something from this, but it's just not quite working out. What would you do in this situation? You're shot calling here for Elysium. What would you be aiming for?
I'm shot calling here for Elysium. Oh man, this is a tough one. This is I'm saying let's dive the crap out of bot lane. We have tanky guys and a lot of CC. So let's find an opportunity there. We can maybe collect the shutdown. All we need to do is scale until Aurelion Soul is online. But I don't know if Dorado is going to let him do it. Yeah, they have this volley bear here, and they're going to be moving it straight behind the turrets. We have the big Aurelion Soul ultimate. It's going to do quite a bit of damage. But just Cooper and the Thresh here are pretty tanky. Jackthon drops pretty low. Guster Posey does go down, though. Just Cooper jumping in. Stubby has shown up to try to save this, but Efron's got a ton of shielding. Just Cooper stays alive. He stuns out Stubby, gets the extra healing as well. Dilly's right in the middle of the mix, and he's in a bad spot. He goes down too. Barolo late to the fight, and now late coming back to the fountain as well. They're just going to send him straight back. That's an ace over nothing in mid lane at 15 minutes. This is such a massive lead for Dorado. Oh my lord.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what Dilly's idea was. It could have been a very easy pickup there onto Just Cooper, and that's a massive shutdown, but just dive straight towards Efron. Worried too much about the shields, maybe?
I don't know, yeah.
That's an SS ping for me. Let's be honest. We have to check that one out after. Go back into the replay files and see what's going on. That's VOD review screaming right there from teammates. But
oh man,
we're going to have to see. Like, it's nearly a 10k goal lead, and they have all the grubs that they want. Rift Herald's been used. They've opened up the map, but there's bounties available. And you know what? You get 2 of those onto Kobita here on the Aurelion Sol, get maybe 1,000 gold, get a second item. There's still some scaling available there, right?
Yeah, the scaling still does exist. I mean, if you're Elysium, you're thinking about next game's draft until about 40 minutes when this game becomes playable and your Aurelion Soul has fully scaled up. But yeah, it's a super tough one. It's super, super tough. Big bounties, yeah. Maybe you can get a pick. Maybe you can get something. Stubby pushing on the top side. Can't even get that turret. The TP is there from Gabriel. And now Dorado, they're just going to live in this bottom side jungle. Look at how heavily they have this worded up. They can go wherever they want. They're unstoppable.
Unstoppable for the moment. The immovable object that is late game Varus. We'll see what they can do. But right now, 2-5 just hammering away at this tower, and they have no response. They have no way to get on to this MF right now, and their backline access isn't incredible, and their front line, they can't burn through it yet. They don't have that shred available. One item on this Varus, and it all comes down to that first kill that went down to the bot side. Of Stubby is just getting chunked.
Yeah, this is just one set of Qs from Gabriel. Here comes the second set, and just that Q2 was enough to take him down. Guster Posey here now alongside Kobita. Sure, they're going to be slowing down Gabriel, but he's still pretty fast with the World Ender. He's going to be able to slide out of there as well. He's a smooth criminal, gets the kill, gets away. What more can you ask for? 650 bounty on that man's head.
What can you do in this situation? It is just draft. It is trying to break down the draft and what they can do next time to try and fix this. I feel like the Udyr was a great flex pick, but is it completing the tasks it need to? I also really do not like this Liandry's. I am very, very against this Liandry's right now. I just prefer Udyr with the full tank. You can still Phoenix Max, and you can still pick up a little bit of AP if you really feel like you need it, but you have an Aurelion and a Rumble. Jarvan would break this game open.
I couldn't agree more. Liandry's Udyr is really out of place here. You're also not providing the front line you need for your team versus this super heavy engage here, this fast style and big burst damage that comes up from Misfortune and Aatrox. Just Cooper, he's relentless, just forcing Elysium out of their own jungle. Look at the vision control, so clean. Yes, Elysium has reclaimed their bottom side, but there's no dragon there for a while. Baron's the thing that spawns next. You got to be careful about checking that topside jungle.
Yeah, it's just getting scarier and scarier from this point on, and I'm genuinely worried now that they just don't have the answers for any of this. There's just not enough time for Kobita to be the dragon that we want. They're never really going to know what it's like to chew 5 gum as that dragon bread. Is just not minty enough yet.
Absolutely not. Yeah, maybe we can stop by CVS between this game and the next one if they want to pick Asol again. But for now, nothing in the world is going to be able to put Kobita on the table here to contend with the raw strength from Dorado. Dorado's just getting their resets in too. They're able to bring Thresh back, get some more wards, head up towards this this Baron here, set up everything they need to. Even Thresh, he's got the Canic Rooker, man. Every single person's got the MR going.
Yeah, there's just way too much tank stats right now, and they're building up on these clouds as well, so they're going to be able to rotate a little bit faster to each lane. They're going to constantly be able to move, and you know what? I fully feel like maybe Elysium just went all comfort this game, and maybe they're just trying to feel out a draft from Dorado, and maybe they went in and said, you know what? Let's just give them their picks, see what they want to play, and then we'll see if we can counter it the next time around. I want to give them as much hope as possible because I do like the team. I think there's a lot of power there. I just want to see them actually use it correctly.
Yeah, it's real tough. I think we can trace a lot back to this early game too, right? Jackthon was just all over the place. Barolo kind of stayed around the bot side, didn't manage to get any big roams off. They gave up grubs and immediately converted top side as well. So I think just some more awareness around the neutral objectives, around the support movement would do a lot for Elysium's early game and would definitely not lead them to a game state like this where they're so far down in the hole. But Barolo, he's just going to face check 4 people here attacking this red buff. Yes, the equalizer comes down, but it's downright tickling Dorado Gaming here. Man, that's disheartening.
Heartbreaking. Not disheartening, heartbreaking. Look, it happens, and that is just going to be another a mistake that'll go down in the book as, yeah, let's not do that again, as Elfron does flash away.
The chains miss. Efron's running for the hills. Can they make it out? They're going to get cornered by Guster Posey here. Ghost Pop, they're trying to take down Dilly in a trade, but cannot. They will go down in the middle of 3 people, but at what cost? The Baron now at 3k HP. No steal attempt possible from Elysium here. Stubby's just going to wander over Vision as well. Dodges the hook at least. I guess Elysium claims the bounty on this dragon. 2-2 in terms of Drakes, but it's a world of hurt incoming with this Baron power play.
Yeah, Baron's just going to rip open the remaining towers and give them all the pressure they need on the rest of the map. And it's pretty much a clean-cut win here, more than likely, as long as they can play it correctly. Now, this is one of the things that I feel like Divinity has a lot of, is actually ending the game. I know it sounds weird to hear. You're like, oh, but it's so easy to end the game. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes there's just enough wave clear to confuse players enough that they just start screaming that we need to get more objectives and everything falls apart. And it's happened before. We've seen it before. I feel like if you're in this elo and you play at this level, you've been like, why can't we end this game? Why can't we just break these towers? Sometimes you just need you just need to fight them, okay? You just need to go for it. Like, the fact that Elysium got that Drake is astounding, no?
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's all they really could get back when they're giving up Baron. They got to take every single thing they can get from this point. So, I mean, good pick. Convert into Dragon. Oh, okay. We have the chains landing on Jackthon, though, here. Could this be something big? Lots of roots. Going to be building space with the Storm, but Guster Posey gets hooked straight on back. Again, the Equalizer does nothing, despite Efron doing their best to stand in it. All 5 members of Dorado still alive. Ultimates lives expended from Elysium. Dorado just gets to move on over to the bot side. Efron can even TP back here to continue this push. I think it's so hard for Elysium. Decent damage on a Gabriel here, but Dorado's living in the base.
Yeah, Stubby just does not have enough damage to get through Aatrox right now is both towers are now immune. There's a stun, but it's all onto Kobita, who manages to escape with that flash. And look, Billy, you don't have your second item yet, and we're looking at 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25 minutes all the way to the Nexus turrets. They're playing this one super safe, rotating back around to the bot lane turret here. They're going to crack that one open, allow the super minions to just kind of flood into the mid. They're going to hook back Guster Posey, pop the bullet time on him as well, almost take him down. Stubby forced to flash away out of the Infernal Chains there. Barolo, super low. Every single thing is just so hard for Elysium here. They're struggling so much. The grubs, look at them. They're all just sitting there staring at the inhibitor, waiting to attack the next turret. Dilly, he's in the wrong spot. He's going to get slowed down and slammed into the ground by the Aatrox. Barolo in the wrong spot as well. Dorado just continuing their assault. Yes, we have the Aurelian Soul, but he's just flying straight in the middle of the enemy team. Not a great look for Elysium this game, I have got to say. Dorado's ending this one immediately after they take the Baron. 25-minute victory, extremely clean.
Yeah, extremely clean, really well played. And what can we take from that? More importantly, what do we need in terms of drafting style? What do we need to change up? All of it?
I think we might need a different mid laner. We might need a different top
Do you mean
side.
player or do you mean champion?
A different champion, a different mid.
That sounded very toxic.
No.
Like, sub, bring him in. The Aurelian Sol ain't cutting. No. I know what you mean. But look, Aurelian Sol, I think the Aurelian Sol is fine. I think overloading the AP pool with the Udyr and the Rumble, the Udyr was a little bit too much cooking, too many spices, just overpowered all the beef behind it. I think they need a pure tank.
Yeah, I like that. You know, hopefully they'll come up with something for the next one. Don't go anywhere, audience. We will be back with Game 2 of Dorado versus Elysium. We're going to be taking a short break.
Talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. We gonna live forever, forever. The afterlife. We gonna live forever, talking to myself and I can't focus. Yeah, I'm broken. The door is closing. Wanna be a part of something more than this. I've lost control of it. Oh, seeing the stars reminds me of you. Oh. You left me with scars, but I know that one day you'll see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see it through. You see
pair of jeans, a shirt or two. We didn't pack as if we weren't going back. It doesn't matter if it's true. I've got a feeling love will give us what we lack. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. Yeah. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. Tomorrow feels a year away, like the seconds, the beginning and the end. But if in time it's yesterday, your picture's gonna bring it home to me again. The world is waiting up. The world is waiting half a step beyond our door. And if it's not enough, I wanna see the stuff the world has got in store. I wanna take it all in, I'm falling. The cityscape by night, wanna catch in my photos. Where you go, every corner twice as bright. They'll be my treasures forever. When I can't hold you tight, I'll see the Stockholm lights. The Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights. I'll see the Stockholm lights, the Stockholm lights, the
another day, eyes on my display. You say we need a change, and I feel that you mean it. You mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, and it's not like we need them. We don't need them. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. And we just slow For you and I are safe and sound. We were on the run, rocking around the clock. Now all we need is right here in front of us. In front of us. So can we just slow down? The only thing I'll do is lay here next to you. We need to slow down. Embrace the love we found. For you and I are safe and sound. Can we just slow down? And we just waste another day. I don't know how to say. You say we need a change, and feel that you mean it. But you're so right, we're losing track of time, buying things online, it's not like we need them.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you'll still want me, I hope you'll still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. Sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. Guided for your love that keeps me high. Keeps me high. Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love, it keeps me high, keeps me high. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space. Live my life on the ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space. Wait for me, I'm not far behind. I know that I can change. Remembering all of those nights beneath the window frame. Don't know why we keep going running around in the same place. Can't decide to live my life on the ground or in outer space. Ground or in outer space.
All right. Here we are back again. Game 2. Dorado Gaming versus Elysium. I'm Ultrafox here with Sayer. Dorado Gaming, they came out swinging. They took home a massive victory versus Elysium. Elysium really struggled in that last one. So, Sayer, what are you hoping to change up in this draft here?
Well, you said change the mid laner. You
I
said
did.
straight up for a guy, so
It's a little
we're gonna bring
toxic.
that back.
I definitely misspoke. I'd never say something so toxic. Maybe you would. Maybe you.
Yeah, I
over
would
there, but-
100%.
Exactly.
No, but not to Elysium. They have a soft spot in my heart. Actually still think I have the Elysium winners role on Discord for this actual server. 2022 Fall Gladiator Champion Elysium is under my name. I somehow stole that from the co-caster, just to annoy him. But the Thresh, Ivern, Volibear, so they definitely don't want to see that Thresh again. Jackton did have an exceptional game. And then on the other side, Volibear, I don't think it's that great of a ban. I think it can be countered, like just play the Trundle and bonk it back. Like, there's nothing better than beating bears than a massive club.
Yeah, I do like that. I'm a big Trundle enjoyer. I like seeing some good old macro gaming. Instead, we're going to get a old reliable Maokai. Sure, they nerfed him, but it definitely wasn't enough. Guy is still strong as ever. We have Sen on the other side.
You can't do it.
Can't kill trees is bad for the environment. You gotta keep trees viable. It's good. Good, nice messaging there. Lilia's been pretty popular. I don't really like this matchup for Lilia though. I feel like you just kind of get locked down and blown up.
And they're going to take the Misfortune. We're definitely in Divinity, 100%. I don't think I've seen a Misfortune in Vanquisher yet. Now that I'm trying to remember back, it's a lot more Callistas and the like, and Brand as well. They're just going full team fight again. This is just a team fight. Just change it from Divinity. It's just Titan team fight.
Yeah, I think that Elysium's composition is certainly interesting here. I mean, they have great tools, great damage. Dorado, they've got this Scion now picked up though. Technically a flex pick as well. People have played the Scion mid. It is pretty tough to dislodge. I don't necessarily like picking it into Brand, who kind of shreds through tanks, but I mean, seems good, seems interesting. I want to know what they can do with it.
I feel like I'm on The Office.
Yeah,
You just stare at the camera. You're just like, am I in the Twilight Zone right now? Like, you have Lilia for sleep, Senna for long range shields, Scion for engage, and then you're banning Alawi, thinking the Scion isn't top. So they think it's Scion Senna bot lane.
Oh yeah, that's also an option for sure. I mean, if nothing else, Dorado has shown their extreme love for these giga flexible picks, right? They keep this drafting style, got to keep you on your toes, right? If Elysium's got the right reads, which maybe they do, maybe they think that it's a different top laner. I don't know. That's a Vigar picked up. Also could go in the mid. Also could be a support.
You know what it is? Look, Dorado were in a house together, and there's just this massive jar with champions just in a bowl on that table, and they just reach back and grab one and go, yeah, Veigar fits. And they just lock it in. That's what it is right now. It's just they have 5 bowls for each role, and they start pulling out champions. Like, we're gonna see, like, so it's Scion Senna bot lane, Lilia top or mid or jungle, God knows. Veigar's mid. It's gonna be like, what are we gonna see top lane? What could be their top laner here? Riven.
Riven, that's a good one. Maybe Aurelia. Oh, we have a Trundle. Okay, it's pretty good. You know, we got the Trundle. It's into the Ornn. Good old classic
NA
counter.
Jace mid.
What's that?
NA Jace mid. Do you know the NA Jace joke?
Oh, of course I know the NA Jace joke.
We have NA Jace versus Veigar.
NA Jace. Kobita, the tall order. It's the polar opposite of Aurelion Soul. Let's get this game underway. Let's see if Kobita and the Elysium squad are able to pull this off, or if Dorado Gaming is just gonna sweep the floor with them. Let's go. Do we have the game? Oh, okay.
We're getting yelled at. Sorry, we're getting yelled at.
We cannot forget, of course, our sponsorship shout out to ProComps, the third-party drafting tool that assists League of Legends gamers worldwide in crafting perfect compositions. Load it up with your own personal champion pool and pick tier list, and it'll automatically recommend you the best picks to fit your situation. Think of it like a virtual coach specifically for you and your squad. It's pretty great. It'll help you out. It'll improve your drafting for sure. Already got hundreds of thousands of users, and it's totally free too. So go check it out, procomps.gg. There we go. We did the sponsor shout out. The Sems, you can be happy now. You can rest it easy.
This is what I start to worry about, is that our sponsor is ProComps and we have comps like this.
Maybe they're not using ProComps yet. Maybe they need it. See? Maybe this is how you don't end up with Scion Senna in 2024.
Maybe it's Scion, Senna, Veigar, Lilia.
They're
Trundle.
just...
Like, the Trundle's good, the Lily is good. The rest of it's just not.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, especially when you have non-committal engage like the Maokai ultimate, it's pretty tough to run away from that as Vigar. You can't cage the brambles that just kind of run towards you, so I think it's kind of tough here, but I don't know. Kobita is definitely going to be the center point here. Want to see how they're able to play around him. If we get this Maokai roam up there, flash W's, great to set up these kills. I suppose he also on this Brand, so very fast clear coming up. I think they nerf Brand jungle a little bit, right?
Yeah, so the clear speed kind of got hit a little bit, so it takes a little bit longer to get the brand going. He's not just walking out at exactly 3 minutes and just being able to dog walk anyone in the vicinity, which is something that I forgot to use dog walk over here as a term.
No, I've definitely heard that one before. It's less popular, but man, is it a pleasure every time I hear that phrase.
Okay, so what dog walking is for anyone is when you put them on a lead and you just keep hitting them with spells and they have to keep walking away from you and you just get the dog walk them through the lane. That's all it is. Brand walks into your lane, he's just like, oh, there's a W, you keep walking backwards. He chases you with E, hits you with that, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die now, and he throws a Q and you just get dog walked at max range. That's all it
Yep.
is.
And it only
And
gets worse when he gets the Rylai's too.
it only gets easier for him. Like the Rylai's is just your dog's getting old and a little bit stiffer and just can't quite go as fast.
Oh, that's sad. Oh,
I've got a 9-year-old dog and a puppy. I know the difference between the when they're on walks, okay?
yeah.
2 dog walks a day, baby.
Yeah, that's right. Got to keep him active. And here we go, Mr. Posey, just starting this one out. He's got the correct ability to start things out too. He's got this Q, take down the camp, but Gabriel Leo is here attacking this top side. Immediate trade in the mid lane too. I think this is a great spot for Gabriel to be into. He's got this lethal tempo. He's got this amazing level 1 power as Trundle. He could try to draw Guster Posey towards him, but otherwise he's completely denying Stubby from getting to the lane here. Although I think Stubby might get there first at this rate. I don't know.
It depends on how the minions lined up. Sometimes you can step into your wave and send the minion slightly to the left, and it'll sometimes come back to you. So it all depends on if they thought about that pre-planning as they went in. Probably didn't, because we saw what happened last game, and it just became a kind of a punch fest in the top lane. But it is going to be send immediately, Barlow.
Yeah, they're going to knock the down, get a nice little trade. The Ignite's ticking, but it will not take him down. Forces the Ghost out of 2-5 as well. Interestingly, it's 2-5 that's piloting the Scion, so still farming. Jackthon, of course, playing the more marksman-type role here. Will they be able to survive this lane phase? If they do, they have that infinite scaling on their side, but they have to weather the Misfortune and Maokai power early game.
Yeah, so there is a little bit of work still to be done with the bot lane here. Misfortune very, very strong. Looking into that mid lane, it's a good lead coming through. It's not NA Jace just yet. Kobita's getting a decent push on that wave and doing some decent work, but Stubby is just getting hounded here, and he does manage to get that one cannon, but look at the minions he's losing, and look how aggressive Gabriel is.
Yeah, Gabriel is playing this incredibly well so far. Stubby only with 4 CS, and Gabriel
nice
has
rock.
this massive lead. Yeah,
There we go.
beautiful rock. Great landscape.
Ooh, great rock. Love that rock.
Gabriel's going to crash this huge wave as well. No cannon, so it's a little bit tough to cheater, but always can TP back if he wants to. We have a TP in mid too, so Kobita taking the early reset now with the tier. Stubby getting a huge trade. Gabriel walks forward.
Going. No.
Why are we not committing with the Ornn? I think with Flash and Grasp, we just kill there. But I don't know. Stubby opting not to press the advantage gained. Gabriel going to be able to just TP back to lane.
Oh, that was just upsetting to watch. I'm not going to lie. That could have been a very easy pickup there for Elysium to get their top lane rolling, and there's nothing better than when you're playing and you're like, Oren, you're just here to scale. You're just here to get the late game. We just want your items. That's all we want from you. Just give us special items, and then it gets first blood and you go, oh, win condition. Interesting.
Right.
Like everything changes then, and you really start to believe in the Oren pick. So yeah, I think that could have been a really good opportunity. I definitely would have went for it. I would have sent it immediately, but a good step back, good control in the lane. But just a TP use from Stubby though, so Gabriel does have a little bit more time to maybe force a fight here, and everyone is converging on the top side for these grubs.
Yeah, I think that Elysium's a lot more on top of their grub gaming this time. They've got that Scuttle Crab already for the extra speed, and Kobita stepping into the river here, shooting a shock blast. It's going to be a 4v4, I suppose. Yeah, with the cage catching Guster Posey. Brand's pretty squishy. He's not going to survive this one, especially after he gets pillared out as well. Barolo is the next target and is forced to flash over the wall. Kobita stepped into lane to get the CS, but now they're a little bit late to the fight. We're looking at bot lane, but in this grub pit, still 2 grubs left alive. Is Elysium going to be able to steal one away? I don't think so. That's 4 members of Dorado strong there. Cage set around Barolo. No real follow-up. Just a little bit more damage, but the grubs are entirely secured. Kobe just stepping pretty far forward. This is way too aggressive there. They have Guster Posey's respawn, though. I think it's going to be Dorado Gaming having to exit this play. They've got what they came for and to kill a little bit more.
Yeah, they break their way back into that one, I guess. And look, it's Efron getting that first blood. That's the biggest thing. Like grubs, you can get the other three later on, but the fact that so much was burned after, to stay after as well. Kobita is going to get some damage in the mid, though.
Yeah, it's going to put a big load of damage straight on Efron. No kill possible quite yet, though. Gabriel also continually getting out-traded. This is not looking too great, even though they had that amazing lead earlier on. Efron going to eat another shock blast here. Kobita does not have the flash to try to confirm any kill or escape from under the turret. So I think it's just going to be the push.
I've just realized I say though like dough, as in like baker's dough.
Why do you think that's like a you thing, or is that like an Irish thing?
I think it might just be a me thing, but it was heavy on the accent there, and I heard it back, and cause I have to listen to my own casting in my head because you're meant to as a caster, so you can hear your own tone. But that was awful. Like my accent is terrible.
Hey, I mean, it's charming. I'm sure people love it. I think that definitely could be worse. Yeah. Do you go back and listen to your own VODs a lot? Do you find it hard to listen to your own voice? I know some people do.
I'm so used to it now. I don't care. I've been casting for so long that it's just like I know what I sound like, and
Yeah.
I don't have to like it. It's just how it is.
Oh man. Yeah, I know. That was something I had to do when I first started to, but I always liked my voice, so I felt confident.
Okay, no one asked. Sorry, that was really harsh.
That's why you're permanent 6 times, huh? Anyway,
Yeah, exactly.
just Cooper walking.
Gabriel?
Gonna be getting that knockup and collapse. Gabriel Leo with the hammer. The sleep comes in. Stubby was still surviving here, still getting that big damage with the grass. Just Cooper cannot quite finish it off. Instead, just has to take this wave. Opens up the dragon for Elysium here, though. They know that they've drawn Just Cooper up there. So Grubs went over to Dorado, of course, but Elysium going to be taking the dragon.
You have to remember, lore-wise, that's a god.
Mm-hmm.
Like people are so surprised by how much damage comes from Ornn. It's literally a god.
Yeah,
You know?
and Trundle's just a dude with a big icicle, you know, like...
That he found one day and picked up and went, this'll do.
Yes, and then he became the king, of course, but yeah, I don't really know, man. Like, Ornn, super strong here. Got that lead, got that big damage. Only now does Gabriel Leo have the level 6 to really start getting this extra drain going on, the resist drain. So maybe it gets easier, but Stubby's already put themselves in an amazing position.
Yeah, and I think that one of the main things here is that win condition about topside, that Ornn that I was talking about is starting to get activated, and they're starting to get aggressive here. Dilly, but it's level 4 versus 2 level. No, that's not it.
Oh, Bull Time comes out, but it is not enough. Barolo will fall to 2-5. It's a pretty fast Scion too. Guster Posey was ghosting into the lane. They managed to dodge the Swirl Seed. Dilly throws out the Make It Rain to try to slow down the opponents, but he's going to get tagged up and rooted down. Jackthon just kind of walking around. He's moving into a weird spot there. Flash forward from the misfortune from Dilly. Will manage to get that kill. Put one back over to Elysium, bringing the score back to 2-2. It's kind of an interesting turn of events, yeah.
I don't understand the idea for Barolo there to be down 2 levels and going into a Scion. Like that's still a very, very tanky target. And you're just handing over way too much, especially when you don't really have the damage to deal with a Scion this early. Like Dilly's strong, yes, with the bullet time, but there's so many cancellations that can come from a Scion. You just have to be very, very careful when you actually use it. And I'm not sure about that bot engage, but Kobita right now is in a good position here if they can get something going, but Barolo is still very low to be trying this.
Yeah, that roam up there definitely put Barolo behind the curve. Stubby asserting dominance in the top side, wants to get this push in before they can go and support their
Level
teammates.
4,
But
level 8.
Kobita that gets slept and put in the cage. Oh, it's the Vigar stunned up though and take it down. Kobita and the rest of Elysium managed to turn around. They're going to knock up Just Cooper as well. Gabriel Leo trying to auto attack a little bit, but can they make much headway into the tanky team that is Elysium right now? Jackthon kind of zoned out here, can't move through the brand. A lot of damage going in. They managed to take down Barolo as well. Stubby gets another double knockup. 2-5 is here alongside Jackthon. Now they're moving in the mix. Now they can get things going. Flash over the wall. Will secure the kill. It's a double going over to the Senna. Dorado Gaming comes up huge with the double movement.
Yeah, they managed to take everything from that one there. Another kill does go over to Stubby, but we do see the TP coming back from Kobita. They're trying to pick up at least one of these, but they won't be able to. You don't have that enhanced shock blast, and that's going to be 6 grubs set up for Dorado again. And I don't think not moving Dilly there was the correct choice. Dilly should have been there for that fight.
100%. Yeah, we had the, like I was saying, the double movement from Dorado Gaming, 2-5 and Jackthon just show up and completely turn the tides, right? If there had been a bullet time there for Elysium, I think it's a completely different fight. They got off to a great start with the pick onto Efron, and just kind of got trounced after that. So I like the proactivity. At the very least, it's night and day from last game.
I like how Stubby's using Unstoppable to stop 2-5's knock up there and kind of show like, oh yeah, I'll fight you. Don't worry about it. But yeah, they're moving that Trundle down into the bot side now. They're going to have to move Stubby back down to that. It's going to have to be Stubby covering for Gabriel here. The quicker they move it around, the better. Now we see it's still Barolo, not level 6. Doesn't have that ult. Jackton's in the same boat, so neither supports are actually activated yet. So I think it's just a race of who can get that first when it comes to this Drake.
Yeah, level 6 could make so much difference here. That enormous power locked behind the ultimates, but 2-5, he's face checking this bush and he's going to get stunned up. Jackthon also rooted out, knocked back, putting some damage in, but does get shut down. Barolo now, he's in a bad spot. He's going to get just ulted by Efron. Ult committed to take down the support. Little surprising, but one more kill is going to go over as well. Dorado loses 2-5. Elysium able to take what they can get with a nice bush strategy there, able to catch 2.
Right, let's see. Let's break this one down. Gold is even. Grub's advantage to Dog. Elysium on either side have the Drake. Your win condition right now is you have double lethality and an Ornn into a very, very hyper scaling Vagar and a Scion that will become unkillable. Like the spare already built. Dilly does get another plate out of this, which is nice. A lot of solo plates have went over to them, but look at the map movements right now and how they're playing around this one. Ornn is now in the mid lane against the support in a 1v1, while the ADCs are in a 1v1. What is going on?
I definitely agree with you there. This seems a little bit nonsensical. I guess we have Dorado really prioritizing this Herald, which is why they're keeping Jackthon up there. And Elysium just wants no part of it. They have Barolo down here just babysitting Dilly, making sure that they don't get solo killed by the Scion, I guess. I'm not sure what else they're hoping to accomplish, because I don't think that even in 2v2 it's pretty tough to kill 2-5 now. Or 2v1 even. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Stunlocked?
I have a lot of thoughts. I don't want to get fined by Sams again.
Oh, Kobe! He's the Vigar ultimate.
Oh my god!
Efron, he flashes the T1 emote. Oh, he wishes he was Faker right there. Faker never misses those, but apparently Efron does. That's just really too bad.
Oh my god, that was a moment. That was a moment that we never want to see again.
Did you take like chemistry in school? Did you ever have those like stations where you like wash out your eyes in case of like a chemical accident?
No, we just drink bleach over here.
What was that?
We just drink bleach, straight up. Just bleach.
Damn, you guys in Ireland are built different.
Yeah, that's just to get us ready for round 2 when we're getting out for a few drinks. But look, We're going to have to break that down because it changes absolutely nothing but my idea of how good Efron is, because that it's a straight line, it's a straight line skill shot. There's
For-
nothing to it. But look, there's going to be an engage on the bot side as Sion is gone.
Yeah, he's missing the ultimate though. Just Cooper stunned out, taking a ton of damage from Guster Posey. The Brand doing so much, and a bullet time as well. Oh wow, Dilly just ripping through Jack Dawn. He will take that one in the 2v2. Just, I guess, Dorado got a little bit too aggressive there. That's going to be the power of the lethality MF deleting the Senna away from the map.
Yeah, look at the fact that they just picked up 2 kills and lost the goal lead. Because it was even before that. It's immediately gone, and it's so hard to break it down because you see the numbers coming through for all the CS, and you're looking at ball and you're going, Dilly is up a massive amount of CS. Like 30 CS is insane. You have 20 in mid. You have a slight advantage. Dilly, no.
Oh, he's just recalling in an awkward spot. Dorado Gaming knew they were onto him. He's going to lose his flash due to that and get the recall timing interrupted. Yeah, oh, but Jackthon has to flash away as well. Gabriel Leo face checking straight into Kobita. Guster Posey is here as well. What will the Brand choose to do? Spell's already committed onto the Vigar. A little bit of target miscommunication there. Confusion even. There's a lot going on here. There was a lot to process that just happened there, and nobody went down on either side.
A lot of nothing happened.
Yeah.
A lot of nothing, but a bowling ball will just hit Barolo there, and Barolo bowling ball sounds like a brand.
It kind of does, yeah. Is Barolo a pasta? I swear I've heard that before. I feel like I go to the store. Pasta. I don't know.
Barolo pasta?
Oh, it's Barilla. It's Barilla at the store. I just googled it. I was like 1 syllable away. It's pretty close.
We're pretty close. We'll take it, but we're going off topic here. We're going to have a look overall. So we'll go top to bottom. We'll go one by one, right? So I'll take top. So right now, Gabriel is just looking to constantly stay inside lanes. I'm not liking the fact they haven't rushed into the Ravenous. I think Ravenous first on Trundle buys you so much because you get the healing from minions, and you can walk in and just get an insane amount of push.
Right.
And that's what you want. You want to keep Oren there constantly, and if he's going to TP out, you want to be able to stop him with that pillar. Jungle, do you want to talk about it? Because I feel like you might have some insight into the Brand here.
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, Brand, at your core, you're just doing tons of damage. You're just dumping damage on people. You have great pick with your Q as well, but you do have to like get in position. Is a tough part. You kind of need somebody to set you up, especially versus fast champions like the Lilia, like the Senna as well, who are able to kind of like kite out of your range, kite out of your spells. You kind of need to be playing with Barolo here, but Barolo is going to be in a weird spot. I like that. So exactly like I'm saying, I'm glad that Barolo and Guster Posey are sticking together, because if they can get some CC, it's going to be big. But Barolo's just walking in with no vision, immediately shut down. Kobita also walking in with no vision, straight into the CC, gets slept as well. 2-5 picks up that kill. Stubby now forced to try to trudge away, flashes over to the Raptor pit. Disaster for Elysium. That was the same blunder twice from 2 different people.
Yeah, just not what we wanted to see in that moment right there, but that will mean that their Drake advantage will be put down to 1. Stubby now trying to get that 1v1 going with Gabriel, but Gabriel does have that Tiamat now available, has that Triforce, will be able to cut through. Barolo level 7, while there is level 11s and 12s coming across the rest of the team. Guster is going to get rooted up there by the Raptors. Really, really praying that that wouldn't lead to a death. But look, it's regardless of how well they've played the early game here, Elysium still need to get their tempo in order. They need to be able to control the pace of this game, because as soon as you give it over to Dorado, they will run with it.
Yeah, they have the tempo tools that they need. If you give Gabriel an option here, he will start running away with these turrets, but no, he's just going to get caught out in the side lane by 3 members of of Elysium. They're going to take him straight on down. Not even the Dawning Shadow is enough to save him. Good effort from Jackthon. I like the pick. That's kind of what you need to be doing here, is collapsing on the side lane. Luckily, it's on the same side as the Baron. I think Gabriel should definitely be aggressively shoving this bot lane.
Yeah, there's so much pressure that the Veigar could have down here, and Trundle should be down here more than
Yeah.
anyone else because Baron is just available now for them whenever they want. But this is one of the things that I always talk about is the Baron is a win more objective. It's not something that's going to win you the game. It's if you're in the lead and it's free and there's nothing else, then you can take it. I don't think you ever need to be forcing Barons if you're in a winning position. Right now, Dog are in a really good position. They have a slight lead in terms of gold, but their scalers are getting to their second items. Lily is getting strong, but here's an engage.
Jackthon slowed down. The bullet time is well placed. Jackthon once again obliterated. 2-5. He's pretty tanky, but there's 5 members of Elysium. He ults in the opposite direction. Cowards as he runs away, able to save his own life. Great proactive pick onto Jackthon. That's going to open up this mid lane tier 1. Doing a lot for Elysium.
Yeah, it's back down to Trundle Cam really quickly as he's bonking away, and it's going to be that for the entire game. Trundle's just going to be taking towers and sides. I don't like when League is in a state where you just have to look down to like a Jax or a Trundle hitting towers, but it is one of those games, and right now it is going to be a free pickup as Gabriel isn't fast enough, but the turnaround time to go straight towards the Baron, this is a big fight if Elysium can get everyone here.
Yeah, so it's a double TP. They're moving every man available to the Baron, forcing Dorado away. It was pretty expensive, but overall worked out well for Elysium. Do they start this counter Baron? If they can get some picks, great knockup on the Jackthon there. Tons of damage. He has to flash and heal to stay alive. Dawning Shadow to try to keep Just Cooper safe as well, but it is not enough. Sleeps come out. No follow-up, though. Efron manages to take down Kobita, but Dilly's on a killing spree. 3-0 so far in the Lethality Misfortune. Everybody aside from Scion is pretty damn squishy, so pretty easy time for Dilly punching through all that. Now, Elysium, they're going to decide to start up this Baron here. Can Efron and 2-5 say anything about this? They're going to walk up, force him away. Barolo avoids the cage. At the very least, they halt the Baron attempt.
They halted. They all have to recall, but look just down the mid lane. Scion is moving over to make sure that they can't transfer over. Going to set up the knockup. Here comes Efron, and Trundle's going to get that tower.
Yeah, and Brand is stunned for so long there. 700 gold shut down in the pockets of 2-5. 450 additional gold funneled to Dog as they claim that mid tier 2. Trundle putting in the work. And they're going to look at Baron again. They're going to just say, hey, we have the space. We're going to do it again.
They just keep forcing them over here, and whether or not they actually get the Baron, they always seem to pick up at least one kill. They always seem to catch someone on the back, but that's a great bit of poke coming out to start from Kobita. As Dilly steps in, the bullet time is nearly available. There it is.
Yeah, Sin is in a bad spot. Both up to though by the Scion 2-5, staying just barely alive. Stubby's able to claim Jackthon, but Efron is on a rampage. It's a real tough fight for Dorado, but they did pull it out. Even through everything else, that interruption on Dilly was so critical there. Saved the day for Dorado and kept them all moving forward. Can they find anything else onto Kobita? I don't think so. Whew. Playing on small margins here for Dorado. TP in mid. Efron immediately running away after that.
Yeah, they just immediately have to step away from everything, and look, it just when it comes to those corridors, they set it up perfectly. Kobita gets the poke. Dilly was there. 2-5 just stops that bullet time, and that was the biggest thing in that fight. And then it was an easy clean up from there for Elysium to just not have any damage left. That bullet time is so pivotal in their turn. And here we go again. Here comes the Veigar. Here comes the baby cage, and they have to step off. This Baron is just a center point for them to fight around.
Like moths to flame, Efron, he's gonna get zapped by the bug, by the bug zapper there. He walked in the wrong spot. Massive shutdown goes over to Dilly. It's a double sleep, but absolutely no one's in range to follow it up either. Barolo and the rest of the Elysium squad now attacking this Baron. Can Dorado walk up? Is it gonna be anything from Just Cooper? He has no flash to get over the wall. Just kind of sitting here. I don't think they can do it. Dawning Shadow is definitely not enough. Ooh, okay, good secure from Guster Posey. But you got this Trundle knocking on your bot lane turrets. You got the Scion knocking on your mid lane turrets. Give up a little bit, but at least you got the Baron.
Yeah, at least you got the Baron. It's something it might be able to build into maybe dragging back because the gold is starting to kind of creep back into a more even level. They just need to make sure that they get the static gold. They need to pick up these towers and bring themselves back in numbers wise in terms of that. But can you really stop the Vagar when it gets to that? How many stacks, I wonder, is the Vagar on now? It must
Yeah,
be
if
like 900 AP, right?
If we could get the observer to click the Vagar, yeah. 547 so far.
Rabadons puts it up by how much?
Yeah, that's gonna be like 700-ish, which is a lot. I mean, that's a lot. I think stopping for Storm Surge was a mistake. I think usually when I go just Rabadon straight into Void Staff, and then you can even go tank stats after that. I think that's kind of a spicy Vagar
Go
tech that I like
Cosmic
to see.
Drive.
Yeah, that's a good one too. But you want Rabadons first and foremost. That's the massive amount of AP. It's so good with Vagar.
Like Frozen Heart Rise does more damage than a Rabadon's Vladimir. Just little things. We'll talk about that later. But
Sure.
it was a golden age of League where items didn't make sense and everything was broken. And you could stack Black Cleavers and just shred everything. But let's see what the rest of the story is. They're just trying to collapse on the Trundle. The split pusher becomes a split push E.
Yeah, he's kind of getting pinned underneath this turret here. 4 men strong on the bot side. It's Elysium with this Baron. Starting to demolish this turret. Stubby's just got to auto-wit it one more time. Dilly as well. Claim that outer, that inner, bot lane inner turret. Just Cooper. He's getting dogpiled on here. That's 2 ultimates committed. Has to flash away, but stays alive. At the very least, it's going to stall out Elysium for a little bit.
Yeah, and the Shireldas I'm looking at on Misfortune right now is just going to keep those slows proccing from Brand coming through as well.
Oh, good. 2-5 diving in. They're trying to pile onto Custer Posey, and they do have the Viagra ultimate to secure that one. Bullet time, kind of in the wrong direction. Not really going to be doing a whole ton for Elysium, but Kobe just doing a truckload of damage here. Dilly's flashing forward as well, one-shotting the Senna. Gabriel Leo on the flank. He's got it. He's got the shutdown. There's still 3 people left alive. He's pretty tanky. He's stealing all the stats. He's just got to keep swinging that club. Swinging as hard as he can, but the flash is away. He cannot catch up. We have the slam down. Barolo eventually chomped. He's got a bite taken out of him. Kobita and Stubby, the last 2 left alive. Against all odds, Dorado come out on top. They've got 3 people left alive versus the 3 takedowns they managed to secure on Elysium.
Yeah, that's a... I don't even know anymore.
It's a head scratcher, yeah.
My brain is shot because Dilly fired ult to stop the Vagar from coming any further forward, which allowed them the time to pick up the rest of the kills that they could, with Kobita doing very, very well to eliminate some of the other high-value targets on the team. But then Trundle just comes around the corner and starts bonking on things, and Dilly goes down. Massive shutdown goes over to Gabriel. So Gabriel now has a lot more gold coming into them. They also managed to pick up another kill onto Barolo. So for everything you've done to stop the Vagar from being there, Trundle just came in with the pillar and just started bonking people. So when more damage threats start to appear and you're like, everyone's worried about the Vagar, but there's other things also putting in the work, that's when you start to go, okay, we're starting to get into a little bit of trouble here. You can't allow them to have a second control here, but the Bramble Thorns are coming through.
Yeah, and we have the Ornn ultimate as well. Bullet time will miss the entire team, but Kobita found his way into the back line and he deletes Efron. Shutdown as well for Dilly. It's so far so good for Elysium. Barolo's on the backside too. They are causing a lot of chaos. Jack Thon's still alive. It's just Cooper coming out big this time for Dorado with the double kill. Can they get any more? Senna's still in this one too. Staying alive. Gabriel, low health, but can TP back in. Guster Posey trying to chase down just Cooper here. He's got the slow, got the Rylai's, got the big damage as well. Jack Thon trying to keep his jungler alive, but cannot make anything else happen there. Gabriel TP back in. He made it back to the fight. He's going for Dilly. He manages to get him, but nothing else here. Guster Posey got way too much damage. Jack Thon steps too far forward as well, and Stubby alongside Guster Posey finally managed to secure the ace for Elysium. These fights, these are just slugfests, man. Chaotic, even, way more even than I thought.
Yeah, There's always something. Efron.
Look at
Vegeta.
look at Kobita. He's getting right back in there. Okay, and he's immediately chunked out as well. It takes the ultimate to the face. Stubby taking a lot of damage too. Can he stay alive much longer? He's going to be able to charge out, but 2-5 and Efron are still here. They see Cloud bringing it up to 3 Cloud Dragons for Dorado. That was just the Scion Q stealing that one away. Guster Posey had no smite.
Mr. Posey smited so early, I thought he was smiting the previous dragon.
Oh man, yeah, I think that is definitely not what you want to happen there if you're Elysium.
I'm massaging my temples right now.
Yeah,
Migraine.
this is a tough one.
What is going on, Ultra?
The first game, like, this is a great VOD review series, right?
Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Barolo steps straight into a blind bush, loses half his health. So now they hover around Baron. They're not sure if they want to start it or not, but they do have Gabriel in the bot side. He's going to go on. He's going to try hit that tower. As soon as he hits that tower, Ornn has to follow, which means they're going to start the Baron. This is where they have to watch out for Kobita's poke. Kobita's going to step into the usual spot he does, where he goes up to the right of this wall, fires it directly towards the front of Baron, doesn't hit anyone. They're still on it. Guster gets caught. Guster is gone.
Exploded. Wholly and completely. Efron, the bullet time manages to clip him and secure the kill there, but Gabriel's in this bottom side the entire time. Jackthon's still alive. Another shock blast finds its mark. Against all odds, Elysium answer the Baron pressure. They find a winning response. Stubby able to push Gabriel off of this bot lane turret as well. Just Cooper trying to make something happen. 2-5, the wall between Elysium and the remaining 2 members of Dorado Gaming. They're going to push back Gabriel. They're going to CC him up as well. Ornhorn called in. Stubby taking so much damage here. They shredded all his resist. One more auto does it, but it's a trade of kills. Dilly able to get one as well. Gabriel's just going ham with that club, just smacking that tree left, right, and center. What are we watching? What is this?
This is just every single person on the team. So have you ever played D&D before?
Of course, yeah.
And you know, in D&D, it's one of the things a DM has to do is that everyone has to everyone has to have their moment. Where they feel like the main carry. This is what this game is, where everyone's had a moment where they feel like they're the main carry. And now we're seeing Trundles go, where he gets to just walk in and bonk things. Well, before it was Guster or just Cooper or Efron. Everyone gets a go. Right now, Gabriel is after taking 2 of them top, which is the 2 main damage dealers bar Guster on the team, which means the Baron goes over for free. And that puts all of the main character energy back now into Cooper. So Cooper is now going to get a 9-man sleep, where all of dogs walk away from the sleeping ones. We're going to get the NA Lilia once again.
Oh man, that is a bold prediction. But yeah, finally, Baron down once again. Trade your life for it. Gabriel doing the Lord's work, of course. I think that as soon as he gets this respawn in, he's got this teleport. Yeah, hero plays all around. So you think it's a 9-man sleep. What's the response from Elysium?
Yeah. Let's see. Elysium. Game plan. Let's break it down. So, Dilly needs to stand in a bush, and they all need to just completely and utterly jump onto Stubby, and then just one big bullet time to kill everything in one go. How does that sound?
That sounds pretty cool. Okay, so main characters for these fights coming up. Dilly versus Scooper. The featured matchup of the entire week. Let's see how they're able to make it happen. It's kind of a
We can't say any other lane, can we? We can't say Brand versus Lilia because that's boring. We can't say Trundle versus Ornn because that's turbo boring. We may as well put... Do you know what? We'll just do Scion versus Jace.
Scion versus Jace.
Divinity's main title. So do you know we have the movie poster? Divinity and it's Scion facing off against Jace. Jace versus Backdoor Scion. Like, hello?
I mean, that looks like a front door Scion to me, as 3 members
Elysium?
for just destroy that inhibitor. Everybody on Elysium was on the wrong side of the map. The Brambles aren't going to be hitting too much. They're going to hit the Lilia. Just Cooper, push back, he flashes away. The bullet time doing so much work, though. They'll take down the Lilia. 2-5 survives. Efron gets a trade back as well, destroying Kobitus Jace. And it's a 1-for-1. Efron puts down the cage, but flash forward from Barolo, trying to push back this Vhagar. There's no one who's close enough. Barolo had the... He just was too far forward. Efron had the flash. Now this time, Dilly... He's walking too far forward. He's caught in the cage. He's got the GA, but how much does it do? Efron is golden, and Gabriel the entire time is smacking away at these turrets. He's shown Stubby the old 1-4, drained his stats and put him down to about 1,000 HP. Teleport comes in. This is Trundle Gaming, 100 million%. He destroyed your base from the backside. You couldn't do anything about it. Trundle, everybody. Dorado Gaming, take home the set 2-0. Speechless. Speechless, yes.
Just the fact that they gave up the inhib in that way just broke me a little bit. Like, I don't know what happened. Elysium, our team, I'm very excited to see. And I remember the rundown, and Dilly was actually in the cast for the rundown, and he was talking a lot of smack. And he was talking a lot about Dorado as well, and that's not what we wanted to see from Dilly. Like, I have a lot of appreciation for Dilly. That's not what I wanted to see.
I think it's not what we want to see from the whole Elysium squad. I mean, surely on that last fight, you give up the inhibitor, but and then you hold 5v5 on the Nexus turrets. You're 5v5 comp. You're losing to Trundle, right? All you need is your big Ornhorn. I think it's just maybe the pressure got to them in this last game here, but Elysium, they've got some things to clean up. I think Dorado looked fantastic today. They had a great early game in both games. Resilient team compositions, resilient piloting through the late game. They look good.
They do. Dorado look very, very good. They're always going to be a very strong team. They also have, regardless of how I feel about them, they have a very good org, and they do a lot of good work with their players to make sure that they are constantly improving and they all work together. And it's great to see. I just wish I'd see them lose.
The number one hater. All right. Any other parting thoughts then, Sater?
I want to come back and do Divinity again sometime. Like, it is incredibly fun for me to watch a draft and go, I have no idea what's going on here. It's like an office episode every single time. It's wonderful. And hopefully Sems will allow us to finally get that podcast going. Sems, we want to see more like this. But yeah, I'm really enjoying how different the games are. The drafts come true and everything just seems to make no sense but make sense towards the end. And it looks like they're just really, really good squads. And I can't wait to see them in Vanquisher next year.
All right. Well, you heard from us, Ultravox and Sater. That was us doing it for today. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Tune back in tomorrow for some more Titan Esports action and throughout the week. We'll see you guys later.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we